Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And it is blind spot readings with Gerald from Tarot Stash.
Hello, everyone. Good to be here. Thank you.
Yay! And Hershe from the Shadow Reader.
Hello, hello,
Yay!
hello, hello.
Broadcasting from a new location that she's enjoying.
Yes.
Very much, very much.
Excellent. Perfect.
Have you gotten a fan yet, Hershe?
No, but I got a chance and an opportunity to be cool temporarily. It's holding on by a thread, but I got a small little circular fan here, so I'm hoping it will hold until I can get an actual
fan. Yeah,
because the book is not holding anymore. My binding on my book is fragile at this point from all of this, so I don't have a book anymore. I'm in trouble.
Yeah, totally get it. Totally get it. So just quickly want to say hello to some of the folks that are in here. Nancy at Crohn's Intuition, hello and welcome, welcome. Madame Maru's House of Cards, hello Marina, nice to see you. We have got Jen Bowles. Tarot Stash. Look, Tarot Stash joined us. Yeah.
Trouble.
I know. Just try to ignore him if you can. Lottie B is here. Nice to see you, Lottie. Elena Garcia, Marby Gangora. Hello, Marby. Plucky Heroine, Hypnicity. Jenny Berlin, Lisa Niedermeyer, Janice Cat, Patty D, Susan Funes, Debbie Joyce. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm inventing a new language, okay?
I love it. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so glad that you guys are here. So before we get into just kind of a little bit about what everyone's kind of up to over the next little while, I'll just tell you how the blind spot readings work. And that traditionally you would go to into a read and you would say, well, I have a question. In this case, we don't take questions. We simply say, if you would like a blind spot reading, just type in, and please do it in caps so that I can see it, because I'm too vain to wear my glasses. I would like a blind spot reading or whatever. And what we'll do is we'll pull cards and we'll let you know what's hiding in your blind spot, something that you may not be aware of, something that you need to pay attention to, that kind of stuff. And it might be something that you need to pay attention to. You might be a little aware of, but you just don't want to hear the truth. So be ready. If you're here and you would like a reading, whatever is going to come in is going to come in for you. So there's that. Yes. Now, before we get going, what have you got happening on your channel, Gerald?
Later today, I am reading with Michelle Marie of Astrological Tarot. I'm looking forward to that. And on Friday, I am doing yes/no readings with Hershe the Shadow Reader, Thomas of Tarot Your Way, and a special guest, Jane the Secret Tarot, is joining us.
Nice.
And then I have a whole bunch of great stuff coming up on next week, including on Sunday. Colleen the Cool Crone and I are talking about the Sabbath of Beltane. So it's going to be great. It's going to be a great week.
Perfect. And how about you, Hershe?
So earlier today, I did a pre-record with PD from the Tarot Lounge for our true crime reads. We're going to release that pre-record at 5 this evening. Central Time. And then tonight at 8 Central, I have Shadow Reads on Thomas Tarot Your Ways channel. We're there every Wednesday for shadow work. And then, I don't know, I think I've got a few other things this week. Gerald mentioned one of them, Jan's, on Friday. But the thing I think I'm looking most forward to is Saturday is another fun scavenger hunt with Richie from Longman's Tarot and Chris from Elemental Cartomancy. So I'm super excited about this. And the winner of this one goes against Brian from Brian and Petey's
Brian Blushing Nerd Tarot. Blushing Nerd Tarot.
Yes.
Will there be lemonade and God's green couch?
I'm sure Petey's going to bring it. You know she will, just like you're going to have bluebirds everywhere. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is at this point. And Allie will bring the broken mirror. So, you know, we'll figure it out.
Yes. Cool.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, listen, we barely got started, and I've got 15 questions start so far. So hopefully we will get to all of them. If we don't, you know what? We're going to do this again in 2 weeks' time. So you can just make sure you get in there real quick. So, alrighty. And let's see, what have I got going on? I have got the Achieving Union class is starting back up on May the 1st. And that's a 30-day course. And don't let the 30 days intimidate you. It's not like, you know, it involves a short 5 to maybe 10-minute video every day with a little bit of some exercises that you can do. And the whole purpose is to achieve a closer union with spirit, so that you can tell the difference between when spirit is talking to you versus ego, outside noise, and all that kind of stuff. So the exercises are designed to connect you to what spirit is saying. So, and yeah, so that's what I've got coming up. So if you go to my my community page, and you'll see there's information there on how to get in touch with me if you wanted to sign up for the class. Beautiful. And it also involves every Saturday we get together and we, you know, kind of chart progress, answer any questions that other people have come up with. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. Those who have taken it in the past have really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, that is in terms of classes. I've got later this evening is Sisters of the Mystical Tarot, which Sherry is our hostess. Really looking forward to that.
Oh, nice.
So tomorrow is Messages for Lightworkers, and on Friday it's Cool Crone Oracle.
Oh, I have that too. I keep forgetting this. So
yes, you do.
Which is why everybody should simply like, share, and subscribe to all of our channels.
Yes.
Links are below. That way you'll be in the know and you won't miss. However, if you miss it, watch the playback. That still counts. It's
yes, it
perfect.
does.
It's
yes,
perfect.
It does. Yeah. And hello, Thomas. Thank you for being here. Hi, Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. Thank you for being here. All righty. So listen, I think 15 questions. We best get at her.
Yes.
Okay. So going to start off with, let me just see. Tina Marie, where are you? And thank you very much for that donation, Tina Marie. That is very, very kind of you. And I hope that comes back to you tenfold. Okay. Mm-hmm. So she would like a blind spot reading. Por favor, de nada. So there.
So Tina Marie, part of what is going on in your blind spots is you are spending too much time being disappointed about things that didn't happen the way that you wanted them to. I have the Four of Cups. This is the card of feeling me and sometimes we all need a chance to disconnect and to allow ourselves to regroup. It feels like you've been doing this for a little too long, and you're missing the opportunity for you to really help to manifest what you want to have happen. So uh, um and and you're stuck in this old way of thinking. You're missing something that is like completely obvious. So Tina Marie, I would say it would be, I feel like I'm shouting. It would be really helpful for you to get up, get off of the couch, and start to do something. And it's about you being outside. I think this is you connecting with nature in a specific way. So this is a really important thing. It's important that you get up. The time for waiting is done. It's done. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's what I have, Tina Marie.
Perfect. Wonderful. You know what? I kind of get the same thing in that I get the Nine of Cups, which is new opportunities, new things that are coming to you, new ways for you to kind of contemplate and look at things. And the you sort of have to be a little creative in terms of when that comes in. It almost feels like you um, you can see the new opportunities, you can see the things that you should be doing, but you're just kind of sitting back going, I don't know, maybe not now, maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. Well, you know what? Tomorrow's here. So it time to get at it and do it. And I think also need to spend a little bit of time outdoors. I do get the holiday card, and while this talks about um, discovering new things while on holiday, I'm looking at her sort of jumping in the water, and it feels like it's time to take the leap. It's time um, to do the things that you should be doing, and you've kind of been putting them off a little bit.
Mhm.
So yeah, time to take the bull by the horns. And hello everyone that's joined us. Okay, what have you got, Hershe?
So I got number 46. Number 46 is a faulty compass. It's only faulty because it's being led by emotions instead of a conscious going in the same direction, mind and heart, right? When only the emotions are guiding your compass, you have a tendency when you look at the past to find out that that's half the reason you were guarded, and that you find your existence different than what most people see as your existence, because they're looking from the outside in, not from the inside out, right? Because you are literally looking at it through guarded lenses. Through your emotions, you can't understand that you're allowing that to cloud a lot of judgment, awareness, receiving, and also giving, though, right? You're clouding it. That's not saying you're putting a receipt on anything. What you're doing is you're clouding the bigger picture so that you can stay right there in the blinders and you don't have to worry about it, right? But this is also a very much challenge to be broken, because when I seen it in the future, what I got is manifestation, and I got we are the world. So when I think about both of them together with this kind of blind spot, I really feel like it's been years getting you to this blind spot. But I think that once you acknowledge it independently in every single situation that you go through and take your emotion out of it, you will be able to realize the situation probably isn't half as drastic, bad, or on the edge as your emotions lead you to believe. And that's what I've got.
Yeah. I think it's really important. I want to share this is as if people don't get a blind spot reading that they requested, it's important to listen to the other messages because it may resonate with you. It might force you to go, I wonder, because a lot of times messages will come through and not just be for one person, they could be for multiple people. And so, definitely pay attention to that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, that happens quite a lot.
It does.
Where you're listening to someone else and you go, oh, I think they're talking about me. So
yeah. Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tina Marie. Okay. Oops. Let me do that. And hold on.
It's all good. We can be entertaining.
Yeah.
That
too. That too. Okay.
My tiny hands out,
Yes. And Annie Hamlet, thank you very much for that donation. That is very kind.
Lovely.
And I hope that it is returned back to you very, very quickly. So Annie Hamlet would like a live reading. And I think we can absolutely do that. What's up there? Oh, okay. This one was a jumper. Oh.
Annie, I'm wondering if you are being stubborn about something, a bit single focused, not paying attention to things that could be possible, and you're missing opportunities that could show up. Because I have, what jumped for me is I have the Page of Swords and Strength. Strength is about perseverance. It's also about the need periodically to take a step back and look at the big picture again, Annie. So it's important for you to periodically thinking about what you're working on and to look at the big picture of what's going on, because when you made some decisions, now the reasons for those decisions are different. Because and I love this is a blind spot reading, but I got the Sun, which suggests when you start to rise up and take a good look, you're going to see some things that you've been missing. You've been missing some good opportunities. I got the Four of Cups again. This is it's feeling very. Did you get it as well? Okay. Yeah, and it's very much the me card, as I like to think about it, because you're missing opportunities that are being presented. So rise up and take a good look at what's going on. You haven't stepped back. You're not seeing the forest for the trees. So that's what I have.
Yeah. I too got the Four of Cups, and that is, kind of contemplating and concentrating on maybe the wrong thing. Okay. I also got the Empress, which is normally it's a really, really good card, because the Empress is, she's giving birth to a lot of new ideas, new creative things, and situations and so on. But along with the Four of Cups, it almost feels like you've been doing too much for too many people, and maybe it's time to just kind of sit back and concentrate on you for a little bit of time. So, and the next card that I pulled really confirmed that. Okay. Admit your true feelings to yourself. So, you're being kind, you're being nice, you're being all the things that you think you should be. And now it's time to kind of say, okay, no, you know what? I've been giving away more than I have been getting back. So it's time to kind of put things in perspective. Also, I got debts paid off. You don't owe anybody anything. So don't let it almost feels like you're being manipulated into doing something that you really don't want to do, and you just don't want to hurt the other person's feelings.
Yeah.
You don't have to hurt their feelings. You don't have to be nasty and negative. You just say no thank you.
Right.
That's what I got. Yeah. And Hershey?
Okay. So the blind spot that I got for you was number 53. Number 53 is identification. But there is something more important about this, because this is one of those really, really long ones. And trust me, anybody that has this deck can literally turn to the page right now and see that it's like 4 pages, 4.5 pages of a whole lot of deep diving. I'm not going to ask you to do any journal work, but what I want you to understand is that here's what they want me to say to you. This kind of identification is negative Nancy. It's thinking, it's that monkey mind. It's that stuff that we really cannot focus on because it turns into super ego quickly, right? And then it feeds off of it. If it does get to that part where it has gone from identification, where it's now where if that becomes threatened, you feel like you yourself are threatened, even though you personally are not. That's when you at that point crossed over from identifying with it or as it, and it became your shadow, your super ego, and you allowed yourself to get into it. And in truth with it, you have to disidentify with that said object or that said person so that you can find your own identification. When I looked at it as what it's done for you, this blind spot, and it's led you to exhaustion, like literally, like mentally, physically, emotionally. This kind of superego is so draining. Like it is just unbearable for the most part. But when I asked about your future, there is an elevate coming up. So this elevation comes with this kind of breakthrough. So anything I can recommend for you would be to look up the deep diving principles of identification turning into ego, superego, and ultimately finding it within yourself. So to disassociate with somebody and disidentify, it is so healthy for you, but it is a very uncomfortable process. But it is something that can be done. And I highly recommend that you journal it a lot, because that is the number one key when it comes to finding your own identity about something or someone. And that's what I've got for you.
Wow.
Wonderful. Thank you, Hershey. Okay. And where are we? I also wanted to, I don't know if I mentioned it in the beginning, but it's worth repeating. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to all 3 channels. There are people out there that are looking and desperately need to hear the messages that we are sharing.
Yep.
They just don't know where we are, because you know what? We're not that famous yet. So help them out. Whenever you share, like, especially if you subscribe, leave a note in the comments section on all the channels. It really raises the not only the energy, but the algorithms in YouTube, and it just gets us out in front of more people. So you're doing it to help others. There you go. Yeah. All righty. And
Hershe, I don't know if you saw it, but Kaylee Fogopogo said, I saw an eagle yesterday while at the spa, just like you said.
Nice.
I love that. I love it.
Boom.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
Good job,
And
man. Good job.
yeah. So let me get rid of that comment, and we will put Linda H. And Linda H is a member, so membership has its privileges. You get to jump to the queue, front of the queue. So, Linda H., what do we got for you? Let's see.
Linda, I'm feeling very much like you are missing an opportunity to allow your light to shine. Because I have the King of Wands, which is a very powerful card. You are not trusting your intuition. You're not trusting your creativity, your own spirituality. And what it's doing is it's cutting you off from feeling connected to the world. So you've put a cork in this, and you don't need to put a cork in it. Or if you've put a cork in it, release it slowly. And I would encourage you to. Last night was a what is that? A pink moon, full moon. So it's a great opportunity to release things. So I would really, really encourage you to be willing to look at the places where you're putting your light under a bushel, as the old saying goes. Instead, allow that light to shine, because it is what helps you to connect to the world outside of yourself. And that's what I have for you, Linda H. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. I have pretty much the same thing. I start off with the Magician, and that is, not paying attention to your skills, or in this case, because I also get the Two of Wands. So that is, hesitantly putting it out there, but not really believing in it. It's like, well, I'll give it a try. Probably not going to work out, but no, you have the tools that you need. You're just being a little tough on yourself, and you're expecting a little too much of yourself. I also get, again, admit your true feelings to yourself card. So that tells me that this is a message for more than one person in here. That, you can, don't ever lie to yourself. It's not a good thing. Don't ever lie to yourself. And ultimately with you, Linda H., is everything is okay. Don't make it almost feels like you're not giving yourself permission to feel the way you feel, or to work with your talents, like you're excusing the talents that you have. So that's what I get for you. And Hershe?
Yes. So I got number 44 for you. And number 44 is expectations, right? So again, this is another one of those challenge sigils that wants you to be aware that expectations can and will create intense resistance within situations that you allow them to take over. So again, this is another one of those emotional kind of thinking, not logical, not rational, not even actually loving, just so emotional. You're just a roller coaster about it, right? And when it is that way, it is not healthy. It is unhealthy when it comes out that way, and it turns inward into our subconscious and our unconscious. But 9 times out of 10, consciously, we don't see it. It is usually an outward projected system that comes in. But there is a way that you can change it. And in order to do that, you must decide what is in the best interest of everybody. And when you do that, you consciously conceive and are able to maintain the change that comes with it. And with that becomes rightness. And rightness greatness is the ability to be picked, right? It is not too soon and it is not too far gone to where it's not available for consumption, right? You want that perfect ability. And in order to do that, all you literally have to do is start noting what it is that is triggering you about other people's situation, because you don't always want to end up on different pages with people. You want to be able to have a strong foundation. You don't always have to agree, but you do need that strong foundation so that you're not so far on different pages that you can't have a healthy relationship with them and still have your own ability to make sure that your expectations aren't being neglected because you have set someone else's just a little too high. And that's what I've got for you, sweetie.
Wow. Interesting. Really, really good. Thank you. I hope that resonated, Linda. Okay. And all righty, let us go. And Teresa Ford would like a blind spot reading. And want to say, Jonathan, thank you for letting us know that, yeah, he said, Michelle, Marie, and I are on my phone in a mobile-friendly hotspot today due to Xfinity being down. This Mercury retrograde has been intense. Yeah. Yes, sir, it sure has. Hey, Angela, Cardamancy Mystique. Nice to see you here. Lurk away.
Yes.
Okay. Teresa, what I got for you is your you are not taking advantage of the justice that is due to you. And here's what I'm thinking. There is somebody out there who owes you some money. They have come up with 1,001 reasons why they can't pay you back. I hope his name isn't Donald Trump, because that bad news, that's not going to work out. You're looking for justice, right? You just want what is owed to you. It's time for you to to take the next step. It's time for you to say, okay, enough is enough. This is like an exchange of energy, and it is not reciprocal. You need to get back what is yours. I start off with the justice card. So this is something that has to be equal. It has to be balanced. It has to be right. I then get the Ace of Swords. This is the truth. Okay. It's time to look at the truth for what it is. Never mind the excuses, the Two of Coins, the going back and forth. And well, maybe next week, oh no, I've got this coming in. I've got that. Enough. You're done. What this is going to allow you to do, and these, I don't know if you're planning this, but I get new home and new career. So this tells me once you're able to kind of recover what is rightfully yours, this is going to translate into something much, much better. But don't allow someone to have something that really belongs to you, and you're not saying anything because you might think that, well, this person, if they pay me back, they're going to lose their house, they're going to lose that. That's not your worry, right? You did your part of the deal. Now it's time to pay up. That's what I got.
So Teresa Ford, what I'm wondering is I'm thinking your blind spot is you have let somebody else pin you down. You don't realize that what they're doing is they're pinning you down. You need to actually take action. You need to move quickly. You need to get all excited and just lean in and doing something, and take some action, because I have this is going to help you with understanding the judgment about what's going on with the situation, because it's really about a return to the power that belongs to you. Marina was talking about an energy exchange. I'm feeling you need to return the energy that someone is taken from you, or you've given to someone else, and it's no longer theirs. Bring it back. Bring it back, because I have the 5 of Swords. Somebody's put you into a jar. You need to get out and you need to move. This is the 8 of Wands, rapid movement. Awakening is judgment. And then I have the Queen of Wands. This is really about taking back your power. So Teresa, I would encourage you to pay attention to where your energy is going, where the flow is, and make sure that it's where you want it to go. So, and that's what I have for you.
Wonderful.
Oh boy. So, hi, sweetheart. So, Teresa, 3 of them fell out. 3 of them fell out. So, okay, the first one that fell out, and they kind of fell on top of each other in a weird, odd way. So, what I want to say is that 58, all the way in my way I'm seeing it, this is about a blind pessimism, right? So what I only feel about this one is that it could lead to potential disappointment. And I'm getting 55 to 60. I don't know if that's days, weeks, months, years. I have no idea, but I'm seeing 55 to 60 with that. But when I think about how they fell, number 20 fell on top of that, right? And number 20 is you think you know, but you don't, right? So is this blocking it? Like right now, like, this isn't that cocky, but it also isn't confidence, and it also isn't convincing, because there's not a lot of evidence that goes with thinking you know the truth, but you don't actually know the truth, right? So again, because of the way it falls, I could look at it and then I could throw it in there with that 55 to 60, which again could go anywhere from seconds to breaths to years down the road or decades. I'm not actually sure. The one they really want me to focus on is number 24. Number 24, I'm literally just going to spit some stuff out real quick, but number 24 is separation, right? So I think what they really want me to let you know is that this is right now. I think these are somewhere down the road. If this isn't accepted and acknowledged, and it goes just real simple. Number 1, discover. Number 2, ask yourself. Number 3, recognize. Number 4, be willing. Number 5, suffer the struggle. Suffer the struggle. Number 6, turn the table. Number 7, begin to find approval. And number 8, adapt to others. And that's the message I've got for you, sweetheart.
Lovely.
Nice.
Absolutely. Okay. And we have got Madame Maru would like a blind spot reading. All righty.
All right. And by the way, there are more people coming in. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
This is great.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this, a good time to remind everyone, especially those that have come in late, that if you subscribe to our channels and if you hit the notification button, you'll be notified before we go live. That way you have an opportunity to get in here early and get your question in, because questions are closed. I think we were closed within the first 6 minutes. So
yeah,
do it for yourself. Yeah, there you go. Okay. And what I'm getting for you, Maruta, is it is time to walk away from something, because um, if you don't, there could be a tower moment coming in. So you're feeling the Queen of Cups. You're feeling a little emotional, and it feels like you're being tugged in two different directions. And I'm telling you, you've been down this road before, right? This isn't the first time that you've kind of been in this situation. It's time for the Six of Swords. It's time to walk away. You don't really have to explain too much. You can just say, I'm done. I also, like I said, I got the Tower, and that I think is more, not that something is going to fall apart, but more of a warning that something could come up um, and kind of have an effect on you emotionally that you don't need to go through. So this is kind of like a red flag. Don't do it. Um, I get affirmations in the oracle card, and that is your it's always easy when we're doing readings for someone else to tell someone else what we're seeing and what they might need to consider. It's difficult when we do it for ourselves, right? Because we have a dog in the race. So this is just keep your affirmations strong. um, know that you're surrounded by, well, it's the daughter card, but I'm feeling like you're surrounded by a lot of very supportive females. So don't turn away from them. But this is yeah, this is having to make a decision and walk away from something that, yeah, is uncomfortable. Okay, that's what I got.
I just saw Sharon Sipes said that her sister passed away last night. So I'm very,
Oh,
very sorry, dear.
Karen.
Very sorry. So,
Oh,
Deepest
and
condolences.
yeah, sincere
absolutely.
condolences. I will be adding you and your family into my daily prayers. So, um, Marita,
Absolutely.
you're holding on to something really, really tightly, and you need to loosen your grip on it. You need to open your hands. I have the Nine of Pentacles. You need to open your hands so that that thing can move around and do what it needs to do, because this holding is going to cause heartache in the end. So it's extremely important for you to understand and to hold out your hands rather than hold on to things so tightly. Because what's happening is it's interfering with this connection and how and your choices. This is the Lover's card, but it's also a card of choice in the traditional meaning. So definitely pay attention to things that you're holding on to, because you're holding on to them really, really tightly and they can't move as they normally would. Holding on to it is going to cause heartache in the end. So that's what I have for you.
Okay, let me try that again. Okay, so I got number 5, Maruda. Number 5, this sigil is called bulldozing. This bulldozing sigil is a part of your life, but only shows up and acts a fool in certain situations, right? These kind of situations started a very long time ago because they are built only out of trauma. Nothing else can build these kinds of bulldozing. This is what happens. You push all the good to the side so that you can focus on something else. You avoid fear because you don't want to create more fear by bulldozing what it is that's causing the fear, because you know it's going to lead to something else, right? So we just don't do it. We support the fear. We build up walls to barricade it around us in our life. And that's also blocking life out, right? So that's what I mean by bulldozing. This traumatic energy, we support it. So what I want you to do is I want you to find a way to stimulate another part of any and all scenarios that come your way, no matter what it is. And I want you to challenge yourself to find a single decision, one, that forces you to go forward. It forces you to look at fear and hit it head on. Take a small nail, a big hammer, and you can't miss. Just try it. You do need to manifest and you need a rebirth. So this sigil is a little bit more than a challenge. I do believe this is something that will show up in certain situations that allow you to take from you and feed the fear and feed the bulldozing of the good. And that's what I've got for you, sweetie.
Wonderful. I hope that resonates with you, Marita. Okay. We have Nancy, a Crohn's intuition. Says, me, please. All righty.
Hey.
See what we can do. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Marita. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You want me to go first?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So Nancy, I'm wondering if there's an opportunity coming up for you related to your home, your environment, your health, and because I have the Ace of Pentacles, so this card to me it's about something, a new project. Pay attention to the new project, making sure, since this is a blind spot reading, is this project something that you want to do? And so keep your eyes open for that. There's opportunities for you to, with that, to transform the way that you're doing the projects and the way that you're completing things. Just make sure that it invigorates you and that it's not just work, that it's work that brings you joy and gets you excited. So, and I don't know if there's a tree outside that you need to do something with, but pay attention to that. So that's what I have for you, Nancy.
Wonderful. And I start off with the Seven of Pentacles, and that is kind of working on your craft and realizing that you're going to need to decide what it is that is going to be important to you and what it is that you're going to be able to walk away from. Because I also get the Fool, I get the Six of Coins, and this to me is always each according to their need. I don't know why, that's just what sticks with me. I also get the Hierophant, which is institutions, so something that is kind of solid, long lasting. And then I get the Eight of Cups. You need to decide where it is that you're putting your focus, and you need to recognize that you can only share parts of what you have with people who are willing to accept that. You can't make them do things that they don't want to. I do agree with Gerald that this has to do a lot with you being happy in the end. But I think that what brings the happiness in the end is for you to decide what you will put your energy into and what you won't put your energy into. And that's where it's going to come in. So that's what I got. What'd you get, Hershe?
Nice.
So I got number 19. Number 19 is non-commitment. This kind of commitment isn't a conscious one, because consciously you don't probably struggle with making a commitment, especially if it's something that you want to do, that you're highly interested in, or there's money motivated. There's something that motivates you to do it, right? Whether it's job or children, husband, house, wife, right? So this is that non-commitment. This is that subconscious commitment that says there is something within you that you refuse to admit, no matter whether or not you know it or not, that you are non-committed about. This is a very personal thing. This is a commitment instead of dedication, right? Sometimes we can look at them as two different things when actually they're not. They're actually the same thing, but we can compartmentalize and make them seem like they are two different things. But when you're doing that, you're making a decision to do that, right? So this is where it goes from conscious to subconscious. So what I want you to understand is that you have to commit to something, whether it is a decision or not, right? Whether it is a delegation or something that you have to dictate with, whatever it is, you need to stand firm in it, because there's one thing that you can't do going forward, and that's have one door or 1 foot in the door and 1 foot out the door. So make sure that you get rooted and you do some healing within yourself, especially around maybe your stomach and your head area. So maybe somewhere in this gut and somewhere in this crown, there needs to be something. And then also touch down there in those root chakras and see. And you can multitask about this. So there is a way for you to do it in a healing way. So this is definitely a challenge, and I think you're up for it. And that's the blind spot I've got for you, sweetie.
Nice.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. And
hope that made sense, Nancy. Gave
yes,
some insight.
Absolutely. We have got Debbie Joyce. Debbie Joyce would like a blind spot reading.
Hi, Debbie.
Thank you for joining us. There's 56 people in here. Very nice.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Love it.
And Sharon says, yeah, as usual, I came in at the end. Yeah. I get that. Okay. Debbie, it's time to make a decision about your happiness, and you have been putting this off and putting it off and putting it off. I get an awful lot of swords. I pulled 5 cards, and 4 of them are swords. So this is spending a lot of time in your head, and you kind of need to let that go. I get start off with the 2 of swords. You need to make a decision about what it is that you're going to do, and spending more time thinking about it isn't really going to give you any answers. You kind of already know what you need to do. And this is a situation that you need to leave behind. You need to say, no, I'm done, because this is something that is affecting your family, and the person and the energy that you're dealing with is not being very honest with you. They're and you know that. That's just it. You know that. You know that they're telling you a story about what it is that you want to hear, rather than what is really going on. It's time to concentrate a little more on yourself. It's time to say, no, I'm not doing this. So yeah, what's hiding in your blind spot is that inability to make that choice that you need to make. And you're going to feel a whole lot better when you make it, because I did have a jumper, and that was the Empress. So yeah, you're going to be able to fulfill all the things that you want. So that's what I get for you, Debbie.
So, Debbie, I got for you, you have been having to stand your ground for a long time about something. You've been protecting something. I'm not sure it needs to be protected anymore. So the blind spot is you're using a lot of energy to make sure that this you're battling. It's like you're you're fighting a battle that no longer is a battle that needs to be fought. And an opportunity for you is to really go inward and to trust your intuition, because you are fully powerful. That's extremely important. And the universe has your back. We've got the star. When I see the star, this is the universe conspiring for your success. But this it feels very much like this battle that you're having or that you're fighting isn't a battle anymore, and you don't need to extend your energy on that. So I would take a look at that. That's what I have for you. So, all right.
Okay, so I'm about to sound like a conundrum, but here we go. Okay, so your sigil is number 26. Number 26 is impact. This kind of impact is what they really want me to focus on is body language, right? Sometimes body language and what comes out of our mouth, and even the looks and faces that we make without even sometimes realizing it, are literally impacts, right? They impact other people. Sometimes they can even be hurtful. When you say things about or like or think, well, maybe they're being too sensitive or they will get over it, or I was just being honest. They can't take it. Well, I want to say to you, there's a difference between honesty and brutal honesty. Brutal honesty will have people hurting themselves and thinking of themselves lesser than is deserving, because you know that you're impacting what is going on, whether it's with your body language or it's the actual words or your face, anything that is coming from you. When this is your sigil, what I want you to do is understand that this is a challenge for attunement, right? Attunement is being and bringing into harmony, nothing else. You can't get certain radio stations without attunement. It could be your favorite radio station in the whole wide world, and you only get it on a clear day. Now imagine that clear day is upon you and you can't get that radio station because you are not in attunement. So what I want you to do is I want you to get there through guidance and introspection. This is something that is so doable, and I truly hope that this challenge is accepted and met with all of your heart of hearts, because it is something I struggled with for a long time. But I'm telling you, you can change it with ownership and just realizing, let me breathe, let me control me, because I don't want to impact anyone's decisions by my thoughts and actions. And that's the blind spot I've got for you.
Wonderful. I hope that resonated, Debbie.
These are great readings.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Okay, we have got Hypnicity, who would like a blind spot reading. And we're at 58 minutes and we still have 8 questions. So we may not get to all of you. We'll do our very best.
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't, you can always come back and see us in 2 weeks' time. And like I said, make sure you subscribe, hit the notifications button so that you'll know when we're coming on and you can be in the room waiting. Yeah.
All right. Hypnicity. I am wondering if you are not expressing, this sounds so, there's an opportunity for you to slow down and to appreciate what you have. I have the 10 of Cups, which is the card of a happy home, happy life, and I'm wondering if you haven't focused enough to realize the beauty that is surrounding you already, and open your heart for that, because this is one of those things that we move in cycles. Humans do. So when things have been really tough, I encourage you, the blind spot might be you're only seeing the difficult stuff. And it's time to step back and to go, okay, you know what? Let's pull back. Let's see these small things and appreciate those small things for the beauty that they do, because it is going to encourage you to be. It may encourage you to be more willing to lean in and to join in. So that's what I have for you. Oh, Hypnicity said, good call. I have much to be grateful for. Yeah, and definitely lean into that. It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely. I get the Hangman, and that is, yes, looking at things from a different perspective, knowing that you don't always need to be looking at the big picture. Sometimes we see the big picture when we concentrate on the little things along the way. And with that, I get Chariot, which is kind of going in two different directions. You're going to have to pick a side, right? Do you want to concentrate on what you don't have versus do you want to concentrate on what you do have? I also get the Queen of Swords for you. So this is, being, you're able to be honest with yourself. You're able to do that self-examination and see what it is that is kind of motivating you. So yes, look at things from a different perspective. Realize that not everything is about, this is the Ace of Coins. Not everything is about finances. Not everything is about health. And be grateful for it. If you start off being grateful for the little things, the big things are just going to show up. So see things from a different perspective. Mm-hmm. That's what I got. And Hershe?
So I got number 7. That was the sigil I got for you. And number 7 is about meaning, right? So what they really want me to say to you is that this is just an awareness, right? This is a reminder. This is something that we all know. We're all grown adults, right? I don't believe there's a child in here that's saying, well, what does that mean? Well, simply put, it means that you are constantly possibly seeking the meaning of an experience advanced from the situation, from your subconscious, right? So that could mean that you're piling in and you're going in and you're saying, well, this is what happened then. So I'm going to apply what happened then to what's happening now. And instead of letting what is now be right now, not then. It's not the same person. It's not the same situation. It's not even probably the same energy or scenario. So what you need to do is take your interpretation completely out of it, 100%. And I want you to reflect. That's why I said I think they really want you to just see this as a reminder that your interpretation, your meaning of a word or a situation is only valid to you. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, their own interpretation. So do not try to take from someone else's because they read the same book you read or they saw the same movie you saw and they got a different interpretation. They got a different understanding. Maybe they cried at a different moment or they got scared in a moment where you thought it was funny or whatever. Understand that there is a lot of patience and a brand new journey ahead of you. And in that new journey, you're going to find out that you are not the rebel you think you are, because this new journey is going to show you reflection is definitely on the rise for you, because There is something within meaning of the subconscious part of you that needs to catch up with the forward conscious you that already knows this. So we are doing just a reminder to go forward and remember, my interpretation, my thoughts are mine, and theirs are valid and and honored as much as mine. And that's what I've got for you, sweetie.
Cool.
Perfect. Alrighty. And we have got, whoops, sorry, Patty D. And I should, you know what, I should double check. I've got Patty D, Jen Bowles, Susan Fuentes, Jenny Berlin, Janice Kath, and Marby Gangora. So if you guys are here, can you please let us know that you're here so that we can do the reading? And if you had to leave for some reason or you're not here, then we'll just leave it, and we'll be able to go to someone else. Marby Gangora is here. Thank you, Marby.
Okay. Is Patty D here?
Is Patty here. Patty D is here. Perfect. All right. Okay, Patty D. So you're up next. And Patty, you have got to see someone for what they really are. You have your blind spot is that you are making someone to be much more than they really are. And it's almost like you're looking to this person to be your savior. You can save yourself. You don't need someone else to save you. And you're perfectly fine if you are by yourself. This is I get the 7 of Cups. This is I also get the Lovers. I get the 3 of Coins, and I get the 5 of Cups. So you're putting way too much kind of fuzzy logic into thinking about that relationship. You're making it into more than it really is. What I keep getting kind of coming back is you don't need to be saved. You can save yourself. You are okay on your own. Don't believe that you don't have to tolerate things from someone else if they don't feel right to you. Okay, that you can look after yourself, even financially. This is, you don't have to make a decision about having to stay with someone because, well, they're the primary breadwinner or whatever. That's kind of what I see is, hiding in your blind spot is the seeing things with rose-colored glasses that you need to really focus on. That's what I got.
I'm going to piggyback on that because Patty D, you are all that. You have everything that you need. Right now, you have it locked away because that's where you've kept it for a while. It's time to open that up, see the treasures within you, because your ship is coming in and you have an opportunity to take some new action. You're able to, you're wanting to use words differently. You're wanting to speak your truth, but all of this work that you've done, it's time to actually access it and make it part of who you are. So stop hiding that and unlock the treasures that are there, because you've worked really hard for them, and it's time to see the treasures for what they are. So that's what I got for you, Patty.
Absolutely.
You're up, Hershe.
So I got number 56. Number 56 is the comfort zone, but they instantly hit me with the And I said, well, what do you mean? And they said, this is just literally, again, another reminder. I feel like this is something that you recently talked about with maybe a spouse, a partner, a friend, a coffee date, hell, a pizza night with a beer. What I feel like you recognize something outside of the superego and you caught it with your healthy ego and you took it as knowledge, right? And I think what it was somewhere recently you heard something along the lines of, you are probably already aware of this, but you are not supposed to be opposed to staying in a comfort zone. It's okay to be there, but you don't have to be opposed to being there, right? Sometimes we go there for reflection, meditation, safety, protection, all kinds of things. So there is nothing wrong with it, but always remember that when it is time to step outside of that, you do have the maturity and the awareness to know the difference. So I'm not too worried about this as an actual physical blind spot. I see it more as something that you are passing along as knowledge to somebody because of the deficiency that it could have probably put you in, you now found power in using it instead of allowing it to use you as it used to. So you give that knowledge away. So absolutely, kudos, continue to give that knowledge away, but always remember to do it in a humble fashion. And that's what I've got for you.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Wonderful. All righty. And we have Jen Bowles. And Jen is here. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
You're very welcome, Patty. Okay. Jen Bowles.
Jen, it's time to open your mouth and actually use your intellect to be able to articulate what you know to be true. I have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, Jen, is someone who she knows exactly, they know exactly what needs to be done, what to do. They are able to articulate it. They can help get it done through other people. If they can't get it done through other people, they're going to do it themselves. So I would say that's a really key thing. Start speaking your mind about a particular thing that's going on. I don't know if it's about a trip or an argument about finances, something like that, but for entertainment purposes only, you are articulate. You need to, if you're afraid to speak it, start a little by little by little, but it needs to come out. It needs to come out. So that's what I have for you, Jen.
Yeah. I think, I agree with Gerald. There's a saying that I heard many, many years ago, and it just kind of came back, and which was, there are times to bite your tongue, just don't bite it off. And it feels like, you've been biting that tongue. You're almost going to cut it off. No, it's definitely, it's time to, this has been, kind of an emotional burden on you in a lot of ways. You have been fighting this and trying to do the right thing, right? And no, the 10 of cups or the 10 of coins, it's that happy family, or prosperity and whatnot. You absolutely need to speak up, because people are looking to you for guidance, and they're waiting for you to say something. And sometimes you not saying something is sending a strong message. So you need to be able to take the bull by the horns. Okay. You need to be with judgment. You need to be able to speak your truth, because if you don't, you're going to feel very much like you're like you've missed an opportunity, and you don't want to do that. So I agree with Gerald. It's time to find your voice and say what you need to say. So that's what I got.
Wow, holy cow, Jen. So I have roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blind spots. What they want me to do is focus on 28. Why am I starting right there? Because it's literally the key to every single one of them. It's triangulation, right? So we are forming what? Triangulation. We are forming something here that is very, very, very much stacked against you. There is a common tactic to this, and it is social manipulation. And it also allows the subconscious to bully the conscious. And you do things that you don't want to do. And some of them things that you do that you don't want to do, suppression, number 40. Another thing that you might do that you don't want to do is letting others see what they don't want to see, because you're allowing yourself to get overly stimulated in an emotional situation that you no longer have control over. And when we don't have control because we don't like to lose control, we tend to sometimes act you know what, instead of being able to rationally control ourselves in public or in private and not shrink to their level. Another one that comes along with that triangulation is number 49. 49 is being biased. If we're being biased, we're not only being biased to other people, we are definitely being biased to ourselves, and we are cutting our nose off to spite our face because we don't want to think past it, because we like the way we think, and we like the way we compartmentalize, and we like the way we're always coming out on top. Another one that comes along with that is twisted conversation, number 66. This is the conversation you have within yourself, within your heart, the one that drives your roots. And the last one that they pointed out is a means to an end, bad attitude, right? That means that, oh, well, you know, there's always a little bit of craziness that goes with chaos. That's chaotic energy, and it's not allowed when you are forming a negative triangulation. So I want you to challenge yourself to rise above it. Desperately find a new vision to see yourself as. So go in the mirror, get the brightest lipstick you can find, or crayon, or marker, or colored pencil, whatever, and write, I love you, Jen. Hugs and kisses, Jen. Future Jen. 5 minutes from now, Jen. But absolutely start rising above, because you alone deserve so much more than what these blind spots are feeding you. And like I said, as soon as you rise up, there's a brand new vision of you. And that new you that's ahead of you by just a few months or weeks with a little bit of work is ready for you to catch up. And that's what I've got for you, sweetheart.
Yeah, wow. Hershe, Jana asked, is that the drama triangle? Just wondering.
I would definitely, with this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I would
say
definitely
emphatically yes.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know,
Perfect.
I don't want to put my own interpretation into it, but I would say yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. All righty. We have got Susan Funes. And are we okay for time, you guys? Do you?
I can. Yeah, I need to be done at by past.
1/2 Okay. All right. Then
I'm with them because I have 2 more shows today, so I would.
All righty. Excellent. Okay.
So Susan, go ahead.
Yeah.
Susan, I'm wondering if I got the same card. I got the Queen of Pentacles, and Susan, I'm wondering if you are burying your gifts so that you don't let anybody see them because you're afraid that somebody's going to steal them. And the Queen of Pentacles shows up, and it's just like going, you have all of these amazing things about you. And you have locked them away. I don't know why. It could be protection. It could be for lots of different reasons. Your blind spot is you are not using the tools and the amazing powers that you have that are a natural part of you. You've locked them away. I would pay attention to that. Maybe get the key, and because there's an opportunity for you to do some planning, and you want things to go really well, and you're not putting all of the power that you have into it. Is what I have, Susan.
Yep. So. And I agree. This is something that you have been, you are judging yourself for something that happened in the past where you made a decision and you were, your judgment was questioned, and you have now taken that to be the truth, the gospel truth, the whole truth, not realizing that there are different circumstances that are involved now. Things are not the way that they used to be. So there is a little bit of that emotional, intuitive thinking on your part that yes, you are definitely connected to your intuition, to your abilities. It's just that you're fighting them. You're not believing them. You're you feel like you're not trusting them. Okay, it's time to change that. It's time to look in a different direction and say, yeah, absolutely. I trust your intuition. Just go with it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just the messenger. Okay, I'm just the messenger. So every once in a while, we get these sigils in this deck that are master blind spots.
Yeah,
I said that. Yeah, I said that. Master blind spots. You got number 73. Number 73 makes you a master at your own blind spot, and this one is called shape shifter, right? You avoid this like the dang on plague, right? You will literally go to Mystique from the X-Men to get what you want in situations that need that kind of power. You allow something that's logically saying, don't do this, to get blocked so that you can become this shapeshifter. You can turn into Mystique to get what you want. You have got to change, right? There is something in this that needs a healthy dose of hope, right? I am literally not pointing fingers. I am literally just telling you what the book says. But what I really want you to understand, that just because this is a master blind spot, it can literally be broken. You can change. You can make it unblocked. You can open chakras that are blocked, turned off, not existent. Even those outside of those that we talk about inside the body, there's chakras all over the place, around you, above you, below you, that you can activate, that will start manipulating everything else around you, that will inspire change. So I desperately hope that you find some change and you stop worrying about always trying to have it your way in certain situations and circumstances, because we can't, no matter how desperate we want it. If it's meant for you, it will never pass you by. But some of those wants have turned into shape-shifting, conscious and subconscious master blind spots. And that's what I got for you, sweetie.
Wow.
Excellent. Okay, so I think this may be our last one. We're at 1 hour 23. So hopefully, yeah. That dang fly. Okay.
Oh my gosh, this whole time.
Yes, I know. Oh, okay. Jenny Berlin, I had a couple cards that yeah, literally jumped out. And yeah, your job, Jenny, and what you're not realizing is your job is not to save the world. Your job is to look after yourself and do the best that you can for yourself. You're not here to carry anyone else's luggage, so let them carry their own. This is it's it's financially a burden for you to kind of do what it is that you're doing. I start off with the 10 of Swords. This is not good. This is something that has to come to an end, something that you have to learn how to say no and mean it. Not no, maybe, but no, period. Um, it is, it's emotionally draining on you with the 9 of Wands. This is something that has been ongoing, and it feels very much like somebody else's reading too, because this is about money, and it's about manipulation that you know is there, and you know that you have to make a decision. You're just a little concerned about what someone else is going to feel if you make that decision. That's not your job. Your job is to look after you. Okay. I also get the Chariot, and I also get the Moon again. So, yeah, you carry your own stuff and let others carry their own luggage. That's what I get.
Jenny Berlin, I also got the 10 of Swords. Something has to stop. You have to stop the stinking thinking, because something is done. You need to let it go so that you can move on, because the residual effects of this is every time you see a situation that is similar yet different, you immediately go into that the thought process. I can't do this. I don't want to do this. When in fact, your blind spot also includes, I have the Queen of Swords, that you are articulate. You do have the ability to speak the truth. You don't have to speak it loudly. You just need to speak it. So, but something has to stop. Something's done. Step away from it. Move away from it. Yeah. So, and since 2 of us got the 10 of Swords, I think that's pretty significant. It's over. You need to move on from it. So,
there you go.
That's me, Jenny.
I kind of wish I was going somewhere else with this, but I literally have to say that you got the 10 of Wands for me. You got suppression, right? So the sigil is number 55. 55 is clearly the one that I don't like getting. I get it all the time. This is missing the signs from the universe, right? You're clearly not seeing this for what it is. This blind spot is not seeing the signs. This is when the universe is challenging you. And I literally mean challenging you. What I want you to do every time you feel that you have missed a flag, I want you to wait, whether it'll be 5:55 in the morning or 5:55 in the evening. I want you at that time to ask for a deja vu moment to come in at 5:55 to reenact the flag you missed, the sign you missed, the awareness that you clearly allowed to go over your head. There is something that you need to acknowledge, and the universe is not playing games with you. This is 2024. Make it all about you and make it permanent. Sweetheart, that's the message I got for you, but you have a huge challenge coming from the universe, and it starts right now. And that's what I've got for you.
Wow.
Wow. Big message, Jenny. Big message.
Mm-hmm.
And apologies to Janice, Kath, and Marby Gangora. We're not going to be able to get to your questions. We have run out of time. So I do want to thank everyone for, that's okay. That's okay. I'm sure that there was messages that were delivered to other people that, both Marby and Janice can probably say, oh yeah, okay, that resonated with me. So, Anyway, thank you everyone for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Go down in the video or in the description of the video, and you're going to get the information for Gerald and Hershe's channels. Make sure that you go over there and give them a like, share, and subscribe. And you guys, thank you. Fantastic readings.
Woo.
Yeah, it was inspiring today. So we will see you again in 2 weeks' time, same channels, same folks, same readings. Different situations. Bye, everyone. Take care.